Good afternoon, everybody. This is Frank Salas as the talented Mr. Salas. I am having the pleasure of interviewing Amber Valdez, and she is a former NFL cheerleader turned life purpose coach. And I'm going to let her introduce herself because she's got so much energy, so much swag, so much charisma. She's over here bursting through the screen with all her energy. She's known as the Sticky Note Queen, and I found her on social media through a sticky note. So I saw like a collection of sticky notes, and I was like, I clicked on one sticky note, I clicked on another sticky note, and it led me to Amber, and I was like, okay, she left a trail of sticky notes for us to find her. So without further ado, Amber, tell the fine folk in the Talent Tribe about yourself.
What's up, fun folk of Talent Tribe? I'm so grateful and thankful to have the pleasure of being here and sharing space with all of you. Can I say badass?
Yeah, absolutely. Say whatever you want.
Okay. With all you badass light workers, making a difference in the world, doing your thing, lighting people up everywhere you go. But yes, my name is Amber Valdez, and I'm a former TV host, reality star, NFL cheerleader, and red carpet correspondent who is on a mission to inspire 1 million plus individuals to live their purpose. So I coach individuals in life, relationship, and career one-on-one. I also have a super amazing following on Periscope, my Perry family. I like to call them Team Live Your Purpose, and really just supporting individuals from where they are to where they want to be and everywhere in between. So being the wind beneath their wings, because I believe it only takes one person to believe in your dream. That's you. And if you're looking for another, ta-da, you got the life purpose cheerleader. So that's what I'm about, guys.
I love it. I love it. Where are you located?
I am in Los Angeles, the city of Angels.
I love LA. So let's go ahead and backtrack. So you
hold on. Did you tag me in the scope?
I did not. I did not tag you in the scope. I did a real quick one, and I said interview with former NFL cheerleader. So that's all that I put on there. No hashtag. It was just real rugged. We were having a phone call, so I just went ahead and just did it. No worries. We got about 12 people showing up live on Periscope, and
I'm gonna share it out for you right now. Your talent sales, yeah? Okay.
Talented Mr. Salas. Mr. Salas. SALAS. So we are recording for the show. We are recording for YouTube. We are recording for all the distribution channels right now. Just heads up. And I want to introduce people to kind of where you got to where you're at right now. So you've got so many things that I want to jump into. TV, NFL, just so much. Like, tell us about where you started. Like, what was like the 18-year-old version of you? Introduce us to her.
Oh my goddess. Okay, so the 18-year-old version of Amber Valdez is, I was living in Seattle, Washington still, where I used to cheer for the Hawks. I didn't start cheering for the Hawks until I was 21. But at 18, I was knee deep in throwing electronic music festivals. And I actually did that for 19 years of my life. So that on and again, off again through my journey from getting to where I am today. So, yes. Mm-hmm.
Nice. And so as a cheerleader, you're naturally peppy, you're naturally upbeat, you're naturally energetic. You can't be like a depressed cheerleader. Like, I've never seen a cheerleader with like a bad attitude or low energy. Is that, I'm sure you get this a lot. Like, is that real? People ask me, is your high energy real? And, you can't fake these kinds of things. And you can catch both of us on Periscope, on Snapchat, on Instagram stories, and you can just see, this is how we roll.
This is how we roll. And I think that, you can't fake energy, and energy knows no time and space. And so if you guys ever walked in a room, look at this cool light on me. If you walk in a room, look at that little fairy light. If you guys walk in a room and, someone's down and their energy's dark, I mean, it's going to affect everyone in the room. And the same goes for if your energy's bright. Energy's contagious, y'all. So we all get to take full responsibility for our emotions and how we show up. So we can choose to either lift people up or drag them down, but we're all powerful. So yes, thank you for sharing. I believe that I am very energetic naturally. I always have been. And now I'm making a living doing what I love and just making sure everyone wins, because when everyone wins, the world wins. And that's what's up. So
that's awesome. So what I like to do for the Talent Tribe is I like to bring other professionals in the social media space who are actually out there making money. A lot of people want to make money in this field, and there's so much abundance opportunity here. Amber's just telling me how she was getting Fortune 100 companies sending her money through the mail. She got money coming all over the place. Tell them the story about what happened.
I am so abundant. So you guys, being the sticky affirmations queen, basically these bad boys, these little Post-its. So I have been able to manifest and create many things in my life by just simply writing them down. And I put these bad boys, as you could see, all over my room, all over my client's room. I coach business owners. I coach movie producers, 2 doctors. I coach nonprofit individuals. And we use stickies, and we basically write down what we want. So for example, if you are currently being, struggling with the abundance and the prosperity, you could have a sticky note that simply says something like, I am abundant. So I have some really great things coming in my space. I'm going to Africa in October to build a well with Epic. And I just got invited last night to go to Bali and be a part of a workshop. So clearly I get to generate abundance, right? And so it's very amazing that I started the sticky note last night. I'm abundant, I'm abundant. I just started saying I'm abundant, and voila, I opened my mail today. And while I was on a Zoom chat, because I'm doing a workshop in Salt Lake City during the doTERRA convention called The Worthy Goddess, allowing women to really step into their feminine as entrepreneurs in the oil business. I have a big following with doTERRA oil women, but where I'm going with this is women especially are in that business, and they're in their masculine a lot, right? They're in their doing. But really where they get to really learn their business is going to thrive is in learning how to balance their feminine with their feminine. So with their doing, with their receiving. And so we're going to create a workshop there to support them in learning how to balance in their life, so they don't get all caught up in their masculine, and then everyone around them is like, whoa, chill, especially their loved ones and their friends and their partners. But speaking of worthy abundance, I opened up this letter from JD Power and Associates, getting a survey from my Mini Cooper with an opportunity to win $50,000, which I probably will. But they sent me $1. And I'm like, I'm getting money in the mail. Like, that's what's up. I'm so grateful and thankful for this money. I'm $1 more abundant today.
I love it. I love it. So let's get into the nitty gritty. So right now you're coaching people. And so for somebody who's just finding out about you, who's like, okay, so this chick is peppy, upbeat, energetic, and she writes sticky notes, and she is in LA, and she coaches movie producers and doctors. Okay, like, how does she make money? Like, what does she do? Like when you meet somebody at a cocktail party and they ask, so what do you do? I tell people I sell drugs because it's easier, and I don't want to go into the stuff that I do. I was like, I have 7 businesses, and I would rather not have that conversation because people, number one, don't believe me. And number two, if they do, they have so many questions that, yeah, it might be a good lead, but I'm on social time, man. I don't want to talk business at certain times. So that's, for me, how I say that. What do you say when you're at a party and people ask, so what do you do, Amber?
I say I'm a humble servant. I honestly say I'm a life purpose cheerleader, to which they follow up with, what's a life purpose cheerleader? I said, well, I spent, 10 years of my life being in service and I have many, many, many different things I've done, from, being an executive assistant to being, a nanny. And that's why I was on ABC Family Show, Beverly Hills Nannies, because I was a nanny for high profile people, to being a state manager, to being a waitress, to being a cocktail server, to being a wedding coordinator. I've done it all. However, what I do say with them is, I am on a mission to inspire 1 million plus individuals to live their purpose, because I believe when you live your purpose, you change the world. So I coach individuals from where they are to where they want to be. I get them out of their own way. And I really clearly, I think I'm starting to call myself the fear coach, because the only reason why people don't have what they want is because they're too scared, and their ego, I was writing about ego yesterday. My ego is so big that their fear of being rejected is bigger than their need to be in service and their need to use their talent and their gifts, which they're hiding out from. And they're basically giving a big F you to the universe and being straight up selfish. So when you don't use your talents and your gifts that you received, whether you believe in God, universe, source, or just your higher self, if you're not using those talents, you're literally being selfish. And so what I do is I really get them over themselves. And I coach people from, my favorite thing, honestly, is I coach a lot of people to quit their job. 3 of my clients have quit their job in the past month. And I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world, because I'm like, yeah, now we can actually get busy, because I believe when you follow your purpose, you follow that light, you follow that tick, you cannot lose. And I had to learn that the really hard way, working for a lot of people in situations that didn't serve me, whether they were super high paid or they were not. And I was selling my soul and my time. And it makes me laugh that people think going to corporate jobs and going to their 9-to-5 is safe. I got good benefits and I've got this. It's not safe, because the owner of that company could sell it tomorrow. He could go on a bender. He could gamble away all your assets and then be like, sorry, you're never really safe at work. Like, people just seem to think it's a false sense of security. And so I really just get them to believe that their dreams are possible and what they want matters and that they matter and their purpose matters, because they've been told, many people, by spouses, friends, family, society, teachers, that what they think is crazy and that it's not possible and they need to take the safe road. And so, like I said, it only believes one person to believe your dream. And if you need another one, it's me. And I didn't grow up with a lot of praise and a lot of like, you can do it. I was told no a lot. And so I always found a way to make it a yes. But with that being said, is I really get that there's a lot of people who are so scared that they project their fear on others, and that really like keeps them small. And so I'm here to be like, yes, you can do this. Let's do this. And then because I have so much life experience, I can give them tangible steps and tangible tools to get there. And so it's like my 69-year-old client dude is writing an ebook, right? He just got his first consulting client. Like, it's just like so exciting to see people. You really do need to surround yourself with cheerleaders. And you need to surround yourself, with Franks and Ambers and any Tony Robbins's and all the other cheerleaders that you know, or you just know from social media, or friends that believe in you and say, yes, you can do it. That's the tribe you get to create. And so Team Live Your Purpose is a tribe of crazy maniacs on a mission that are just unstoppable and going to do whatever it takes to live their purpose. So I'm just stoked, man. Like, life is great. I get to live, I get paid doing what I love. And like I said, man, when my clients win, I win. And it's not just money, right? It's also like worthiness. Like, anyway, I'm going on a tangent, so I'll let you talk now.
No, hey, so you said a lot of things that I really want to resonate and focus on. So you and I are both in the same business where we meet a lot of people that have self-limiting beliefs. And like you said it,
Yes.
the first thing you said is people get in their own way. And, you and I, as professionals, have ways to get people to move out of their own way. Can you share with people some of the ways that you serve people to help them get out of their own way? Like, what are some common patterns that you see with people with them getting in their own way?
Fear in all areas, fear of rejection, fear of not knowing the next step, fear of not knowing how it's going to turn out, fear of not knowing they're worthy. And so let's see, where's my scopes? Like, I matter and my purpose matters. Like, really getting people to know that they matter and they don't know that what they have. Well, there's already 1 million people doing that, right? Okay, well, it takes 1 million of us to do that, right? There's never going to be enough coaches. There's never going to be enough motivators. So fear is the biggest thing in the worthiness conversation, and them believing, all these parents that program them with these beliefs and these thought systems that I was coaching one of my clients today, and I always bring this up. It's like, our parents, bless their hearts, our parents, I'm 37. So our parents grew up in the Depression. Okay. The Depression was a very real time. All right. They could barely afford food on the table. Like, that was real. It wasn't a real, like, you can live your dreams. It was like, how are we going to eat? Right. And that was the norm. And so they bred their fear into play it safe. I mean, my mom, man, like, her dream was to be a flight attendant. And not that there's anything wrong with being a flight attendant, but I try to talk to my mom a lot. I'm like, what was your dream? Her dream was to be a flight attendant. And when she didn't get it, she was done. She like checked out, like, her dreams were over. And it's like in the 50s, like, that was real. And so what I'm saying is, like, we were raised by parents that didn't know any better, and they were doing the best they can with the thoughts and the environment in which they were raised in. And so us now as grown adults recognizing, okay, the thoughts we speak, I believe the thoughts we think, the words we speak create our reality. What we listen to, who we listen to on Blab, who we listen to on Scope, who we listen to on iTunes, it all matters. So it's up to us to reprogram these thoughts. And so that's why I use stickies as these fun little billboards. It's a fun way to remind you that when you're feeling scarcity, you talking about how B word you are, I don't even say it. When you talk about how B you are, you're going to stay B. And if you talk about how lonely you are, you're going to stay lonely. If you talk about how whatever you are, that's where you're going to believe. You're going to stay. And so I really support my clients with handling what is really underneath all of this. Like, what's underneath all the weight they have on. All the weight they have on is a safety net. They're trying to protect themselves from the world. So something happened to them to be eating like that to protect themselves. And so everything in your life is a reflection of what you believe and the story and the rose-colored glasses or the colored glasses you're living, which most of the time is your parents' stories. That alley means, like, don't talk to strangers. I use this in my book. Oh yeah, I had a book come out on Amazon. It was #1. in like 24 hours. It's called Sticky Affirmations to Live Your Purpose. It's a cheerleader in the palm of your hand. I don't want to give too much away, but in the book, I talk a little bit about the story that you make, stories, and how we make up these stories and they become a reality. And something as simple as like, you know, my mom, for example, she literally been telling the story that she's a single mom. And 2 years ago or a year ago, I went home and I had my girlfriend with me, Megan, and I'm not girlfriend, but my friend, that's a girl. But my mom was saying, you know, once a single mom, always a single mom. And I was like, she's like, I'm a single mom. And I was like, what? I was like, Mom, I've been out of the house since I was 16. Alicia's been out since Mom, you've not been a mom for like a single mom for 19 years. And she was like, it was like deer in the headlights, but that story that she got so used to telling, like she's still telling it, but it's not even real. It's not even what is so. So I really get my clients to take a look at what's going on, whether my high level marketing exec I'm coaching, you know, she's miserable, her family's suffering, but even today she missed her coaching call. So we went underneath what's underneath that. It's that she's always putting herself last. She put everything else in her phone. And I asked her, if your CEO called, you had a call with your CEO, would you put it on your phone when you missed it? And she said, no. I said, exactly, because you were so used to putting yourself last. So I'm glad you missed your coaching call, because now we can really hone in on self-care and putting yourself first, which is why she's still at that job. I know she's going to quit by the end of the month. I'm like fully committed. Like, I can't wait.
That's amazing. I love, like, you can just tell the care that Amber has for just people and helping people out. I love that. It just conveys so much, and it's so authentic. It's so genuine. And Amber's right. You've got to surround yourself with people like Amber, like myself, who are going to be positive and motivating. When I started my first business at the age of 20, I'm 29 now, and I've been self-employed ever since. There was not a guy like me who was broadcasting every single day who would say, hey, if you're a young entrepreneur, matter of fact, if you're a young minority entrepreneur who was born homeless, who has all these struggles, who's a college dropout, who has English as a second language, there was nobody out there telling me that I could do it. So the reason that I wake up happy every day is because I'm the person that gets to motivate those people, and I give back to my community. I speak at schools all over the world, specifically in the Philippines. I always go back to my hometown whenever I'm in my hometown of Fort Worth, Texas, and I always drop a speech at my high school every single time. It's always packed. It's always, packed with standing room only. And I tell people, look, I know your cousin. I rode the bus with your sister. I like, how's your mom doing? I know the neighborhood there. And I said, look, guys, I am no different. I experience everything in this planet, or in this little part of the world, because in those types of neighborhoods, it's so hard, or seemingly complicated to bust out of that or break out of that. Like you said, everybody has that story that they keep telling themselves, like your mom's a single mom, and she is going to be a single mom, but she's been out of the house for 19 years. But because she's programmed her brain to say that forever, that's what she believes. And there's a lot of people who maybe are like, you know what, I want to be on social media, and I've got a voice, and I've got a story, and I can't tell you how many people call me up and they're like, Frank, I want to write a book. And you guys, Amber is somebody that truly is going to go out there. Like, Amber's going to, probably call you up at 6 o'clock in the morning and say, hey, did you hit your periscopes and this and that? So Amber's like a true coach. Frank Salas has 7 businesses. I'm a consultant. If you hire me as a consultant, I'm going to treat you like a grown-ass person and say, do this, this, and this. Get it done. Let me know how it happens. I'm not going to hold your hand. I'm not going to wipe your ass. I'm not going to blow your nose for you. I'm going to say, go ahead and get that out there. So right now you have the absolute pleasure, and you have the benefit of being with 2 different sides of the coin, of people who truly care about you, but 2 different methods. And right now, from what Amber said, you can see that she truly cares about her people. But at the end of the day, Amber, if that person that you're working with, that you're serving, that missed her coaching call, if you weren't able to go and take that next step and be a true professional and really get to the root of that, you could, in your contract, you could say, yo, this chick blew me off. But no, what you did is you took a next step and you were like, look, this is what the problem is. Let's solve this and let's get this done. And because she's been telling herself all these stories, and lots of our clients have been telling themselves these stories, like, I can't afford to work with Amber. I can't afford to work with Frank. If you're saying stuff like that, you can't afford not to, because if you get yourself in front of the right people, like I had a guy refinance his home to work with me, and I know that guy isn't going to miss a phone call. I know that guy isn't going to show up late to an appointment. I know that guy isn't going to miss a broadcast, because that person's committed. And if you're not willing to do those kinds of things, and I'm not saying go out and refinance your home and hire me or Amber, I'm saying go to that extreme, make that commitment. Because when you make that commitment, You're going to have people like ourselves who are going to really get in front of you and pour into you in many different ways and serve you in so many different ways. So Amber, if somebody right now, if somebody right now is saying, I can't afford to do this, or
this is my favorite one. This is I just go about. So we're going to get a lot more people on.
YOLO.
Perry family, team live your purpose is in the building. So my favorite question, okay, so when people are like, I can't afford it, I'm like, great. So if your life depended on it, could you come up with $500 a month if your life depended on it? Is there anything you can sell? Do you have video games? Do you have old clothes? Do you have an old car? Do you have a motorcycle that's sitting in your garage? Do you have an old this and that? Listen, y'all, you can create money. When I took my leadership training, which got me to where I was, one of my coaches, she cleaned houses. She was so broke and so stuck in her shit that she went and talked to 30 friends and said, can I please clean your house for $100 each? And she created her tuition. She basically said, I will clean your house. Will you pay me in advance? I teach people to barter, to use their skill set. Go clean someone's garage. Go walk your dogs. Call up your friends and say, listen, I'm so sick of being broke. I hate my job. I hate my life. My relationship sucks. I'm overweight. And go to the people in your community and be vulnerable and say, I want to change my life. I want to hire a coach. I want to hire a consultant. It's going to take something. I'm sick of being broke. Can you pay me to watch your child 10 times? Can you pay me to walk your dogs 10 times? Can you, can I wash your car? I'm not even kidding. Is there any errands you need run? How bad do you want to get out of scarcity? Because scarcity is a mindset. If you keep telling yourself you're broke, you're going to be. And if you keep telling yourself you can't afford it, then you can't. People call me and like the Bali trip. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to create it. I'm powerful. And I know that I could create that money. If I'm supposed to go to Bali, I'm going to create it. But like my mom's story was always like, we don't have it. We don't have money. We don't have it. And that doesn't serve me. That doesn't serve the world to be stopped and limited there. And so you guys are powerful beyond imagine. And you just get to start. I don't say have to. I say get to. You get to start practicing being in the abundance and stepping out of the box. Listen, you're spending money on shitty food. You're probably going to Starbucks. You're probably doing things that aren't serving you. First thing I do with most of my clients is look at their budget, because there's always money in there somewhere. All right. You can cancel your cable and get Netflix, right? There's things you can do. And your story that I don't have money is that how many more years do you want to have that story that you don't have money? Because money is energy and you have to know you're worthy. And I always say the amount of money in your bank account is a direct reflection of your worthiness conversation. And listen, I think we go in and out of worthiness, right? Like one day, guys, I got 5 clients and I was like, thank you, universe. Thank you, God. I'm so grateful and thankful. And then I was like, this is normal. That was a big day for me. That was probably the most money I've ever made in a day, was that day. But I was like, I'm worthy. I deserve it. And once I stopped losing the power of thinking $500 is a lot or $1,000 a lot or $5,000 a lot, just be like, that's for me. When I see nice cars, I'm like, that's for me, or that house or whatever, or that relationship, that's for me. But the biggest way you guys can get into abundance is by being grateful for what you have. Because I say this sticky all the time, the universe is not giving handouts to victims. And if you're either in victim or you're in victor, but I like to say that nothing's happening for you. Nothing's happening to you. It's happening for you. Okay. And if you're looking to just make money, your business is not going to ever go anywhere and you're really never going to be happy. But if you're asking yourself, who can I serve today, which is right on my thing, who can I serve today? Today I'm serving you. I'm serving your tribe because I know I matter. My purpose matters and the words I speak matter. And there's someone out there right now that's going to go, yep, you know what? She's right. I am sick of being broke and I do have something to do about it. And just because my mom's broke and my dad's broke and just because I didn't go to college and just because I don't have legs or just because I don't have a body or just because whatever your story is, you're putting those limiting beliefs on you. And it takes investing your time, your energy into finding people who can support you in re-scratching those beliefs out and create something new. Because most of you that are watching are in America and I've traveled out of the country a lot. Okay. So We're not living in Mexico and seeing the cartel hang our neighbors on a daily, okay? We're not in India, not in Africa, and not having water and having to send our kids 30 miles to go pick, it makes me want to cry, to go pick up a bucket and go bring water back. And so your kids can't go to school. Y'all need to get over yourself. And if you're broke in America, I have zero compassion for you, because that's a choice. And things happen. Do people get fired? Yes. Do people lose their husbands? Yes. One of my clients, widow, started a blog, A Widow's Journey. It's changing people's lives. She's turning her pain into her purpose, which is what I'm going to spoke about later today. If you were molested, to if you lost your legs in the war, to whatever your story is, your journey, it happened for you, not to you. So you can use that pain, so you can use that experience, and you can share it so you can heal someone else. That's what I believe. And I believe we all have gifts and we all have talents, and we're all here to heal one another and to spread our light. But again, if you have a story that you don't have money, then make it and create it, because you can. And people believe in you, and there's people around you. And, if you go and you enroll your neighbor into something and say, listen, I really want to change my life. I want to hire a coach. I want to take a workshop. Is there anything I can do around your house? Only a heartless human being would tell you to go hit the road, because there's nothing more inspiring than seeing someone that wants to change their life. And if you have to borrow $100 from 5 people, if you have to borrow $10, from 100 people, whatever you need to do, and tell them that I will pay you back. You can create an ebook for free. You can write an ebook for free online, and you can sell it for $2.99. You can sell it for 99 cents. You can create money right now pretty much anyway by sharing who you are and what you have. And so, yeah, I know that's a long-winded one, but the story around not having enough money is just bullshit. And I call bullshit because just like college, it's going to take something for you to get what you want. And if you want to lose weight, people hire a personal trainer. And if you want to build a business, you hire a business consultant or you hire a coach. And that's just what you do. Or you can figure it out on your own. But, that's a long route. But we have Periscope. We have Blab. We have books. We have so many resources. Like, we just don't get to hide behind the excuse that we're broke anymore, because it's just not serving you or the world.
Amber, you're coming with. I love it. I absolutely love it. So check this.
Check it.
I want to just point out, the number one thing you said is there's so many opportunities for us to really put ourselves out there. I always use somebody like you, who you brought up, Tony Robbins, somebody like an Oprah, people who have these messages to give out in a massive way to change a lot of people's lives. They didn't have Periscope. They didn't have Snapchat. They didn't have Busker, Instagram, Anchor, any of those things. They didn't have a Facebook group. They didn't have push notifications, or they didn't even have cell phones back then. And they still built a business, and they did it with hard work. And everybody who's listening to our voices right now, you are backed by multi-billion-dollar companies like Google, like Facebook, like Apple, who give you a new device every single year. You have $1 billion research and development team. You have free applications through Google Apps. That's a multi-million-dollar business that gives you spreadsheets, that gives you emails, that gives you everything that you need.
It's crazy.
For free. And for those of you guys who are lacking the resourcefulness to get out there, it's really just a thing about, like Amber says, like, how humbling is that? How humbling is that for you to go to your neighbor and say, look, I want to work with Amber Valdez. She is the life's purpose cheerleader, and she just compelled me so much that I want to make that investment. I want to change my life. You know what? I'm listening right here, and I want to quit my job. I want to quit my life. I want to quit what's going on.
They should listen to that inner voice.
They should. And with somebody like Amber encouraging you, giving you value on a regular daily basis through all social media platforms, and so accessible, because I found her through a message on Facebook. I just sent her a message on Facebook and said, hey, Amber, I found you through some sticky notes. That's what I said. I found you through some sticky notes. Can you help me serve my tribe? And she was like hitting me with so much knowledge, so much swagger, so much charisma. And I was like, okay, yeah, we're definitely having her on the show for sure. So what I'm getting at, guys, is leverage.
Like attracts like, and energy attracts energy. So if you're on a train to negative Nancy Town, you're going to surround yourself you're going to find negative Nancy Town everywhere you go. But if you, like for you, you were open and receptive and you're vibrating at the same frequency as I am. So of course we're going to find each other. Facebook's got billions of users, but we found each other because we were vibrating at that same frequency. And it all starts out with you guys getting happy and getting worthy. And once you get happy and you get worthy, then you can really build your business. It's hard to build from an empty tank, because if you don't think you deserve it, you're going to keep self-sabotaging it over and over again once you build your business, you know?
I know, and we actually just got this comment in here live on our live studio audience on Blab. For those of you guys listening to us on iTunes, Podcast Republic, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and of course YouTube's, and everybody on Periscope as well. So
Yes,
this, Elisa,
hi team, live your purpose. Call in. Can you tell them how to do it? I want them to do it.
you want her to call in?
I
Hey,
want Team Purpose to call in if they want.
Elisa, call in. Elisa, call in. Call in, Elisa. So this is a question from Elisa. If you want to call in and get some live complimentary consulting from some high dollar coaches and consulting, jump in the seat right now. Click on the button if you can talk. But Elisa says, I want to quit my job, but have to wait for consistent orders and my husband to be confident that we will survive. However, I'm in full agreement with what you're saying. What do you have to say to that, Amber?
I want to say thank you so much, first of all, for being vulnerable and sharing. This is something I coach on the daily. Number one, you don't have to do anything. Number two, it's a choice. You get to or you have to. It's a choice. Hey, girl. So,
hi.
One, it is not your responsibility to convince your husband of anything. Okay? There are no guarantees in life. Again, you could get fired tomorrow. Okay? They could close doors tomorrow, and then what? Then you have to focus on this business time. So coming from someone who had to live on credit cards for 3 months, and I'm grateful and thankful for that because it gave me the opportunity to build my business. And my boyfriend, and I can speak powerfully to this because my boyfriend was like, honey, like, I don't get this Periscope thing. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I'm like, you have to trust me. You have to trust me. I'm like, I don't need you.
He's the same way.
And he was like, babe, like, you're running out of money. I had to borrow money from him. And here I am, who used to make $2,700 a week as an assistant. Okay. Like, I literally went into debt working for this person. I'm not going to get into the story, but the story is I was suffering financial hardship. I had to borrow money from my mom. I had to borrow money from my boyfriend. And I was like, just trust me. Like, I have to do this. I get to support people. I can't have you naysaying me too. Because my mom's like, you got to get a job with benefits. Yeah, da, 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 da. What are you going to do for food? Yeah. And you know what? I was lacking on food a little bit and friends were taking me out and my boyfriend was paying for my groceries. But guess what? So what? It was temporary. And I would go back and do that over again and worse. Because if you, it sounds like you have a product, you have something that other people need, or else you probably wouldn't be behind it. You got to go all in. And you get to lead the way. You have to lead the way. Men, no offense, Frank, most men follow along suit later. My boyfriend, the sticky note thing, the affirmations, the meditation, all this stuff, the Periscope, he was totally a naysayer. My other client, Michelle, her husband, I was like, stop forcing him to do anything. Give him the space, lead the way. Now he's all on board. Now he's following her. Wow, these stickies work. Wow, these meditations work. Wow, this intention stuff works. It takes them a little longer because you have to know men are literally made to protect and to take care of. And so that for him, he feels like he doesn't have any control, okay, as the man of the house, as the protector of the family. Of course, he's going to be like, oh God, what does this look like? You as a woman get to test your intuition and you get to lead the way. And you just get to say, honey, like, you get to trust me. Like, you know, if we're not living our purpose, we're overweight, we're angry, we're probably using substances, we're depressed, we are not shining our light, we are dimming our light. So does your husband want to have a wife whose light is dim and stressed and tired and angry? Or does he want to have a wife that's like, I'm getting up and today's going to rock? Because what you focus your energy on grows.
Yeah.
So if you focus your energy on this business and not on that person's business and building that person's bottles or dreams, it's going to grow. It's the law of attraction. It's science. So
Right.
I get that you may have a couple rough months. So what? Let's say you say, give me 3 months. Give me 90 days, babe. Give me 90 days. I'll go nanny part-time. I'll go work at the grocery store part-time. I'll go 2 nights a week and work at a restaurant just to try and contribute to the family. Okay? Play both and. But staying at this job that's sucking of your light means you go home and you're giving bullshit energy to building your business on the evenings and weekends. So you're running on empty. Of course your business isn't going to thrive.
Right.
Right?
I'm on vacation right now and I'm working my business. You know, yeah.
Right? So that's what I'm saying. So you get to surrender to the fact that he is probably not going to be in alignment with you. And that's okay. But you got to do you, babe, because at the end of the day, when you're taking your last breath, you're not going to say, God, I wish I would have listened to my husband more. You're actually going to say, what the hell? Why didn't I follow my bliss and my dreams earlier in my life? Because now I got to come back and do it all over again. And there's this really powerful book I read once. It was like the seven things that people are most like unhappy for or that they regret on their deathbed. And you have to ask yourself, and I'll ask you this question right now. If tomorrow was your last day, what would you most regret?
I didn't live more. I work more than I live.
It makes you want to cry. Because
yeah, don't make me cry. Yeah.
Fuck that. Excuse my language. But like, no more. You're not living to work. It makes me so freaking angry. It's like, I get so mad. It's like, why do you guys feel like you have to sell your souls? And I've been there, but why do you have to feel like you have to sell your souls to make money? Like, making money is your birthright. You are here to be abundant. You just got to love yourself and trust enough that God, source, universe is going to support you. And you just got to do it. And your husband may be up against it. My boyfriend was up against it. My mom has been tooting the train of benefits. And I'm like, shut up. I don't want to go work back in corporate America. Like, shut up. I'm not going to work for that family that was abusive to me. No, I don't care how much money I'm making. Because at the end of the day, you got to love what you're doing and you got to enjoy your life, because once you enjoy what you're doing, everything around you gets more fun and more magical, and you get to lead the way for him, because one day is just going to be your last day, and you're here to have fun and you're here to thrive. You're not here to be a freaking slave. You're not a slave, and you are not a victim. You are a woman who lives in America, and you can do whatever you want. And so do it for all the other women in the world that don't have a choice. Don't have a voice. You can do whatever. Like, and we choose these jobs because it's like we feel like we have to, and our families don't get it. And then you wonder why everyone's, unhealthy, and we're dying of cancer, and we're stressed out and angry and frustrated, and we're not even enjoying our marriages. And it's this bad thing, guys. And it's like, it makes me really mad. And I wish they would teach possibility, and I wish they would teach that everything is possible. And people call me hoo-hoo. They can call me, mom calls me Pollyanna. Fine. I don't care. I'm changing people's lives. I'm living this life, and that's it. So you don't have to change your husband. You don't have to do anything. But I'm telling you, when you make that choice, doors will open.
I know. Because I've been doing this part-time 5 years.
Enough.
And I'm tired.
So how much have you been making doing this for 5 years part-time?
Yeah.
Huh? How much you been making? Every month?
Not much. But like,
okay.
Not as much.
You believe in it? You like really believe in this business and this brand? What is it? Really quick.
I do. Handmade body
You make body products?
Cupcake soaps.
Nice.
Guys, it's beautiful. Do you have an Etsy store?
You pulled up my website yesterday, Frank. You pulled up my website yesterday.
Yeah, I did a social media audit for Elisa yesterday. She was in my hot seat. On my broadcast, after I give my diamonds, I do a hot seat where I have somebody call in and say, what's your name? What's your business? What's your challenge? And then we go through, and hers was she wasn't getting a lot of conversion. So I went over her Instagram, and she's got beautiful products. Her website is phenomenal. She's got a great professional appearance. I haven't seen her product in person. That was gorgeous. I didn't know there were cupcakes like that, and they need to be in shelves everywhere for sure. And And you have a product that you believe in, and you have a product that's not selling out there. And we're in the business right now on social media where like you could make 5 figures this month. If you went down to a free website called BuzzSumo and you looked up for beauty bloggers and you say, hey, can I send you this one free little cupcake, thing? Send it over to them. Can you do a review for me? They may ask for a payment. They may not. And like Amber says, you know what? You can just be honest with them. Be like, look, I'm just getting started. I love to give you some free product, but I don't have any money to spend with you. Just be humble and be honest. Like humble yourself and be honest. And I'm not saying that you're not humble. I'm just using you as an example for everybody else who's listening to us right now.
Vulnerability is so attractive. It's so being authentic and vulnerable and saying, I've been working this job for 5 years. I love my brand. My commitment to the world is to like make products fun and handmade and take it back to people's talents and getting away from the Doves of the world and helping the guy next door. And I have a great product and I'm proud of it. I put my heart, soul, and sweat into it. It's beautiful. I'd love to send it to you and love to have it featured, in your product, in your blogs to support me anyway. And maybe you offer them affiliate. Maybe you offer them an affiliate link where they get 10% or whatever's, gotten out there. Find out when Cupcake Month is. Find out when Cupcake Month is. I know there's a cupcake day or a cupcake month or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's like Frank said, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Frank, but yeah, vulnerability. Continue.
Yeah, hey, for sure. That's great. And I love how we're such a tag team. We need to look forward into working together because this is a good mix. This is like yin and yang. This is like the spiritual and like the business right here. So I love this. I love this.
Feminine are flowing.
I love the way we flow. This is legit. So Elisa, you can go to, I put the link there for you. It's called BuzzSumo. It's absolutely free. Now, as a sophisticated entrepreneur, you cannot rely on these tools long-term, but this is a great start. And there's several different ways to go down things like this. And, this is a great way for you to identify those beauty bloggers, those beauty product bloggers, cosmetic reviewers, and get yourself in front of them really quickly. You could have an affiliate, you could have a commission, you could even have an equity partnership on a joint venture or a JV with those people and do a webinar for her tribe. And you can do like an infomercial on different routines, different skincare, just so many different ways you can do and just serve her tribe. Like Amber right now is helping me serve the talent tribe. You can go and serve other people's tribe and give them an option and a way to work with you. So we actually have people.
Okay. Are you on Periscope?
Yes.
Okay. Do you scope? Do you show people how to make those products? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. That's amazing.
Yeah. I've only been on Periscope for about 5-6 weeks.
Oh.
But yeah, I do.
Girl.
And I leave them up. The still up there.
Yeah, you were going to be great with that. And then one more trick on Periscope for you. Go into Twitter. Do hashtag Periscope, hashtag handmade products, handmade face products, handmade candles. I don't know, whatever your stuff is. Play around with those tags. See what comes up in the Periscope feed. And then, in the Twitter feed. And then go find those people on Periscope and then be really engaging in their scopes. And provide value, and then their followers will follow you, and then you could do a Perry train, which is what I did. I went from 700 followers to over 9,000 overnight, and it was, obviously God was like, go, but like I had just gotten into a car accident. I'd signed 2 clients. I went to Target to get thank you cards, and I got hit and slammed them through an intersection. And that Sunday, I did a Periscope with other people that were up. We talked about living fearlessly. There were had pretty significant following on Periscope. And then all of a sudden I trended, and the next was history. But what I'm saying is collaboration is the power, and you can create with other people. Say, let's do a Perry train. And a Perry train is like, hey, I'm Amber. All right, everybody go to Frank, and everybody go to Beauty Mixtress. And so maybe you guys can do that once a week. There's also a tribe called Woman of Worth. It's my girl, Janine Cummings. It's wow. And they feature a different woman of worth every week. And instead of like, Woman Crush Wednesday, it's highlighting a worthy woman. So get involved with that tribe, get a part of them, and then you can start to build your following. But there's also something called the Daily Candy. A dear friend of mine, her pillows, she was making them out of her living room, and the Daily Candy did something on her. She got like 50,000 orders. Woo.
Wow.
She was just like, her and her maid were like, all right, we got to hire some people. So what I'm saying is like, great problem to have.
That's an awesome issue.
Yes. But I think what's happening right now for you, love, is that you're trying to do this all on your own, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You get to build a tribe. You get to build a community. You get to hire a coach. I don't care if you have to take out a credit card and hire a coach. Like, that's what credit is for, you guys. Like, I'm a big advocate of credit cards, because the intention is not, I'm just going to put it on credit card and never pay it off. The intention is, this is an investment in my future, in my life, and I need support. And I didn't grow up with business owners. I didn't grow up with entrepreneurs as parents. Like, that's that. So I get to learn how to be a businesswoman, and I get support, coaches have coaches. And so, you get to reach out for support, and it's all possible, and everything is possible. And I think for you, I want to hear you say, I am worthy of success. Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to say?
Yes.
I am worthy of success.
Okay, say it again.
I am worthy of success.
Again.
I am worthy of success.
All right, so we're getting there, but I want to really believe it.
You want me to shout it?
Yeah.
My granddaughter's sleeping right now.
Oh, okay. Don't wake up the baby.
I'm gonna move to the closet. I'm in my soap room.
Yay!
I am worthy of success.
All right, again.
How's that? I am worthy of success.
Okay, put your hand over your heart and like breathe in.
That was it. Look, so you can see me.
Breathe in.
I am worthy of success.
Yes. Again.
Again.
Do you believe her, Frank?
I don't believe you. I think you should go outside. I think you should wake up the neighbors, baby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Get me in trouble. I am worthy of success.
Again.
I am worthy of success.
Again.
I am worthy of success.
Yeah, you're getting there. So that gets to be, you get to do some mirror work. I'm abundant.
Okay.
My products sell. The right clients come to me. The right co-collaborators come to me. Like, I am worthy. I am abundant. This is my full-time job. Like, you get to just speak it, think it, feel it every single day, and be so grateful for every like on your Instagram. Like, I was like, oh my God, thank you, Frank. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Margot. Thank you, Britt. Like, I would literally say out loud for every like, I'm not kidding you, every view, anything I could give gratitude for to my business worked. And I'm telling you, I went from, like I said, overnight 8,000, I'm over 20. And like, it happened when I was in such deep gratitude from what I had and where I was at. I'm grateful for my job, and I'm really grateful to hand it over to someone else. If you don't make it, the universe makes it for you. They'll fire you. You'll get laid off. I don't freaking know. Whatever happens, but jobs, if you don't figure it out, universe will figure it out for you.
Yeah, I was laid off twice, so I do understand.
Okay. So it's the loving nudge. You'll keep learning the lesson.
No guarantee.
The loving nudge, the loving nudge, the loving nudge.
Yo, so Elisa, you said that I've only been on Periscope for 5 or 6 weeks. In week 3 of my Periscope, I had already broken 5 figures. The next month, and that was in October of 2015. The next month, I tripled that 5-figure income. And then the next month after that, I kept that the same and have been increasing that and adding sponsors, corporate affiliates, so many different joint ventures, webinars, automated things and replays. You're in the business right now where you can make money while you sleep. When I wake up, I literally have more money in my PayPal account by the time that I go to sleep. And like Amber was saying, when you believe certain things, like I am worthy of people paying me for my product, the value that I give on a daily basis, people are like, man, I got to work with you. When I am in Austin, Texas, when I come to Las Vegas, people in the tribe, they're like, yo, Frank, can I take you out to sushi? Can I buy you out to lunch? Hey, I got your favorite cigar. Can you come hang out with me so we can talk about my business? You know, I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. Let's kick it. And I'm not saying you got to buy me stuff. What I'm saying is, like, when you're in demand like that, obviously makes me feel validated, of course, but that is a validation of the content. I'm not looking to validate myself. I'm looking to validate my content. And that's what you got to do. Is you got to be able to believe that your product, your service, and your product is gorgeous. Like when you pulled it out, we got 1 million hearts on Periscope. Everybody was like, ooh, ah. Like we were
oh
like,
my God. Yay, you guys get to support her. Like Team Live Your Purpose, you guys buy her products. Like
Is this on Periscope?
Yeah. I'm like, Team Live Your Purpose. This is what we're about, girl. Like, you're on Team Live Your Purpose. Like, you get to ask for support, and you get to tell them, like, guys, like, support me. Like, this is good. And yeah, man, like, it's all perfect, and it will be rough, and it may be challenging, and you guys may have to cut back on stuff, and you may need to sell things in your house that you don't need, by the way, on Let Go or Craigslist or whatever. But like, clean out the clutter and make some space.
Yeah, there's a lot of clutter I can't get rid of.
Make some space for the new to come in. Literally, start making physical space in your room and your closets, and blessing the money in your bank account. Because you guys, we don't need a lot of money to live, but people think we do. We really don't. And like, it's worth the sacrifice. It's worth you buckling down for the next 3 months and eating efficient fruits, veggies, and your meat, and like staying away from whatever else is taking your money, and just like honing in and investing in coaching and investing in consulting and like getting structure.
Person.
Huh?
I love Starbucks.
Okay. Well, Starbucks is taking your future.
Okay.
You can buy Starbucks. Listen, Sandro and I, my boyfriend and I, we bought an espresso machine. Do you know what those are?
Yes.
So these fancy pants machines with these little pods. But what I'm telling you is, it's still cheaper. We got they're like $600 machines. We got them for like $100 on Let Go. Okay. And it's still cheaper to make that than it is to go to Starbucks, because $4 a cup of coffee, you put that into your business, girl, $5. I did the math for my client the other day. You're just throwing money away that can be going into your business.
Yeah, it's like $100 a month, $125 a month if I go.
If you put $100 a month on Facebook ads and you got the right keywords that were fractions of a penny, you can now get your eyeballs in front of at least 20,000 people, or your product in front of 20,000 eyeballs on Facebook, which is the most curated list of social or of a marketing list in the entire history of mankind. So really start to look at those little things, like Amber says. So Elisa, I'm going to politely nudge you out of the seat. Thank you so much for having the courage for coming in here. And you got 2 days in a row of serving. Great job.
Thank
Girl,
you so
I'm
much.
telling you, get on that Facebook ad tip and promote your products to doTERRA oils, to all the moms, the origamis, the Advocare, all those like MLMs, which I love the MLM crew. I'm all about it. I'm all about working at home, working for, having family around and all that stuff. And what I want you to know is, like, you can target those people and it will come up on their feed. People will buy your products. They know nobody's business.
Okay, will do. I'll go right into it.
Starbucks can wait. Focus on your brand. Use that money towards building your fan base and your brand.
Boom, boom. This was amazing. We're about to wrap up with the show. This was so great today. Amber, first and foremost, if somebody is all hyped up, because you and I are high energy, we vibrate on a high frequency, and people listening to us, they're going to be
I'm sweating.
People are going to be riled up, like listening to us, and they're going to be full of hype. They're going to be full of hype, and hype is cool, but hype doesn't put, money into that bank account. Action behind that hype does that. You got to gear it. So what actionable tip can you leave people right now to take action on their dreams?
Step number 1, you get to create you get to spend time on focusing on your self-love, your self-worthiness conversations. Because like I mentioned, you'll build your business and then you'll blow it. Okay. So first and foremost, it starts with your self-esteem. Books like Sticky Affirmations, Live Your Purpose, ebook on Amazon, $4.99. Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. That book completely changed my life. Getting over all your stories and your conversations and starting to learn about mirror work, looking in the mirror, saying you're worthy of success. You're doing great. You can do this. Being your own cheerleader, starting there, starting on getting a life coach, getting a, going to workshops, doing growth training. Okay. There's so many amazing coaches out there. Taking some emotional intelligence and transformational workshops like the ALA in San Diego, like the MIT in Los Angeles, where I am a graduate of. Really getting emotionally intelligent and working on getting over yourself and healing from your past, because all of that stuff that happened for you as you were young, if you're playing the victim, that's why you don't have the life you want. That's why you don't have the businesses you want. You got to start with yourself. Utilizing tools like Periscope, my Periscope, Frank's Periscope, other big leaders that you find, collaboration, finding other people that are doing what you're doing and finding ways to co-create, meditation, getting quiet. I literally am a big advocate of meditation. Obviously, you can see me, I'm running 1,000,000 miles a minute. But I believe what Dr. Wayne Dyer shared, who was a big leader, who was someone that I admired, is no longer on the planet. He said, if prayer is you talking to God, then meditation is God talking to you. And if you are going, and you're not taking time to just receive from something bigger than you, I'm not calling it God, I'm not calling it universe, whatever it is you be, your higher self, you're going to be missing it. You're going to be missing the whispers in the ears. So get quiet. Some people that's taking a walk, some people that's getting just literally sitting there for 5 minutes a day can change your freaking life. Literally, my angels in my meditation class were like, Periscope, Periscope, Periscope. And I was like, is this for real? I didn't even listen. I thought it was a joke. I thought I was making it up. But 3 people that week were like, you should be on Periscope. You should be on Periscope. And I was like, I finally just listened. And the next time I was in class, it was like Periscope and do a Perry train. And I did it and bam. And like Frank says, you can make money from social media. All of my clients, except for 2, 3, have come from Periscope. I haven't even started that Facebook game. Every single one of my clients has come from Periscope, you guys. 0 money. I just announced I'm doing a workshop because I said, why not? My mantra is feel fear, do it anyway. Fear, it's going to come and go. It's always going to be there. Who cares? I did a scope the other day. Scared, so what? Fear doesn't mean you need to just like sit in a room and paralyze and shake. It's like, feel it. Tony Robbins talks about it. Dance with fear. I say, when fear's in the room, it's time to party. Like, use that fear as fuel. Get over yourself. Get over your ego and know there's people out in the world right now that need you, need your service, and need what you have. And if you're living in fear and you're being in pause land, you're giving a big F you to those people. So do things that can support you with getting over your fear conversation. Get yourself some Post-its. Get yourself some stickies. All right? Put them up. You know, I used to say to myself, when I want to sleep in, Amber, get up. The world's waiting for you. The world needs you. Get up. Make your focus and being in service. Make it more about all the people out there that need you, that need your jokes. If you're a comedian, that need your art, that need your products. Whatever it is, make it about those people right now that are hurting and their lives aren't flowing because they don't have you in it. So get out of yourself and get into how can I serve? And when you start really leading from service, that's when the money comes. The money doesn't come when you're doing it for money. The money comes when you're feeling good, which is why the joy is important. And then you go into beautiful action and take one little step and just keep on keeping on. But you got to keep cheerleaders in your corner. Because if you're sitting around, like they always say, if you're an alcoholic and you go to a bar, you're going to be an alcoholic again. So surround yourself with people that are like, yes, 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 people, this is possible. And if you don't have them in your home, you don't have them in your family, you don't have them in your friendships, find them on social media because they're there and they will support you from afar. So we're all on this crazy journey called life together, you guys. And we really do get to get over ourselves. And we really do get to just be that light and shine with those gifts because the world needs us now more than ever to go for it. So that's where I'm at, I think. And hire yourself, get some coaching, get some consulting, get some support, get a therapist if you need to. Whatever you need to, you can do and be vulnerable because this is your life. And ask yourself, will this matter in a year? And what if today was my last day? What would I be pissed off about? And lead from that space. Because the truth is we're all going to die. And I'm going to be like, what a ride. Woo! I'm going to be stoked. I'm going to be like, I am the yes girl and you guys can be too, you know? And honestly, Frank, like I started my business officially in like February or March. I think I started scoping it. It's only been 6 months, you guys. And I'm already like, you know, I'm killing it. And oh, the workshop. I just announced the workshop. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I just said it. And I had 26 people from Periscope from all over the world that signed up for my workshop. And then I created the curriculum. I didn't have it figured out. I didn't have a lead page. I didn't have anything. I just put it out there and I just did it. And I showed up and I turned on Zoom and I'm like, okay, hey guys, let's do it. You know, so be in service, be in value, and take people like Frank's consulting seriously and just follow the steps. Because we're not special. We're not better than you guys. Like We're all just trying to figure it out. Just like my friend Alexi went to Necker Island, one last thing with Richard Branson. And she said that she got like 2 seconds with them. And she's like, what advice would you give for entrepreneurs? And he's like, hon, we're all just trying to figure it out. He goes, I'm still trying to figure it out. I still don't know what I'm doing. Richard Branson. So we're all just trying to figure it out, you guys. We all still have those same fears. Are people going to like us? Are people going to buy it? Da, 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 da. We all have that. That's what makes us human. But don't let the fear stop you, and get over yourself and do whatever it takes to invest in your future. Period. You can do it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I want to leave with this point because you inspired me to kind of share my story. So you said that you sold a workshop. 26 people bought it before it was even created. And like, I just left a phone call with a lady who's like, how am I going to make money? She's actually on Periscope right now. She's dining happy. She's like, you mean I can sell a cookbook that doesn't even exist? I'm like, yes, exactly. That's so standard in this business. Tell her about that. She's watching that now.
Hey girl. Okay. So my book, Sticky Affirmations to Live Your Purpose, my girl, Desiree Lee, D. Lee Inspires, my soul sister. Same thing I did. I went on Periscope, went on Twitter, hashtag Periscope, hashtag affirmations. That led me to D. Lee Scope. Her daughter wrote a book, her 9-year-old daughter, on affirmations. I was like, instant connection. We're on Scope for an hour. She's like, girl, I'm going to make your book for you. I'm like, girl, I'm going to build you an app. By the way, I have an affirmations meditation app coming out, which someone's doing for me for free. So I'm telling you, you guys, you don't have to spend money on your business. The right people will come to you when you are following your bliss. So D says to me, we're going to do your ebook. And I was like, girl, I don't even know what I'm going to write about. She's like, I don't care. So she finally got me to a place and she's like, today's the day we do your ebook. I'm like, so we called it Sticky Affirmations Live Your Purpose. She sat there with me. We made our cover and we put it up on Amazon. I hadn't written one page. I gave myself 3 months to write it. Procrastination USA, waited till the last week to write the book. Stressed out, up all night, write the book. I'm telling on myself because I'm human. I'm figuring it out too. But I couldn't let Team Live Your Purpose down. I couldn't let all the people that bought the pre-sale. People bought the book because they believed in me. It was $4.99. I think I sold like 100 and something plus copies. But I'm telling you, even before the book, this is the pre-sale, even before the book was even released. And I didn't do the book to get rich, guys. That's the point. I did the book to provide value. And with you are coming from service and value, naturally, you're going to get abundance. Like, that's it. So you don't need to worry about what your program is going to be about. You can give the general, and people, you can set up your PayPal. They went on my website. The first 10 paid $97. The ones after paid $197, and I held true to the $97 for only 10. And then I went forward, and I was in integrity with it. And I think I made, I don't know, $3 or $4 grand. I don't know. I didn't do the math, but the point of the story was that, like, I did 4 weeks. Hour and a half to 2 hours in every Saturday morning. And it was on Zoom, which is free. I paid $0 for my workshop, all profit. And the night before, I would sit down and write my curriculum. It was fantastic. And you guys can do it too. So you have no excuses. If you don't have a computer, borrow a friend's. If you don't have that, Zoom has an app. You can do your whole workshop from your app. You got an ugly house. You live you have a small bed in a little house, and you share a house with people. Go to Starbucks. Go sit at a park. Go sit somewhere with Wi-Fi. Your office can be anywhere. So you don't really have excuses in this day and age. You don't need an office front, to sell your products. You can have your t-shirt machine right in your room. So you have no excuses, and you can make money immediately. You just get to do it, and I'll have it figured out.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And to contribute to that point, when I drop one of my prerequisites, so as a consultant, people pay me for my high level knowledge. And if someone wants to engage me as a consultant, I say, hey, you can hire me to handhold you to learn how to do Pinterest or Twitter, or you can go into my prerequisite that has all of my knowledge in a digital asset, and you can purchase that. Now, that is at a premium. Lots of coaches sell their courses for like $97, for like $247, even for $497. My courses are nowhere near that. My courses are high end, and I had 100.
A lot of value. You have a lot of value
in there, and the value that you pay, the money that you pay, get at least tenfold every single time you do business with myself. And I'm assuming Amber, because I mean, we haven't spent $1 with her, and she's giving us so much value right now. So that being said, I had over 100 people join that at a high premium for the first few people, just like Amber did, to really generate the spark and promotion, because that's a great strategy to get yourself out there. But on top of that, I recorded that course on a private Facebook group for $0.00. I have a virtual assistant company, a virtual assistant team. So what I did was on my phone at the beach, or not the beach, but at the pool, when I was smoking a cigar, when I was drinking a mojito, having a good time, hanging out with some nice friends around. And all I did was on my phone is I wrote, here is slide 1. Here's the subtext for slide 1. Use these emojis, use these graphics. Next one. And I emailed that to my virtual assistants. They put it all together. Of course, I got to pay my VAs. I outsource to the Philippines, where $1 US American dollar is 50 Filipino pesos. I leverage my currency because, like Amber said earlier, we live in America. We are the wealthiest country in the entire planet, and people would kill, and people do kill, to come to this country. So you have to realize where you're at, and you've got to put systems in place around you so you can do things like that. So you can be at the pool, smoking a cigar, drinking mojitos, writing your really nice course that's high end, and getting it out there, and then show up the day of at the scheduled time like Amber had and like I had, deliver the content, and boom. For me, it's now recorded, and because I now have a digital asset, people to this day, I just sold one package of that product earlier today. I woke up and it's like, somebody bought your course. I was like, oh, nice, that's cool. I'm in Vegas. Let me go ahead and use that for whatever. So that's the kind of way that you want to graduate your subject matter expertise, because if you are somebody who is doing some kind of coaching and you're investing your time, you're still selling your time. And, it may not feel like selling your time because you're working with people and it's something that you're passionate about, but you could actually raise your prices. You could actually charge more. You could get yourself to the next level, and you can have prerequisites where you are now saying, like, I send people to the talent school, and I'm like, if you want to work with me, you either hire me and engage me as a consultant, and I handhold you, and my fee starts at 5 figures, and you can go down that route. And I'll gladly handhold your hand to how to use Pinterest and how to make a rich pin, which you can find out to do on YouTube, or you can go in my talent school and learn that. But what I do now is I say, you know what, go through that course. It's got a lot of fundamental knowledge. And when you go through that course, now, if you go through it, I know you're serious. But if you don't, I never have to waste any time on you, because Amber and I pour into people so much, and I despise, and I don't use that word, but I use it right now. I hate and despise when I pour into somebody and they just tell me, you know what, I'm a quitter. I'm this. And of course I do my best to say, no, don't quit, blah, blah, blah. But some people just quit. They're not all winners. Some people have whatever they're dealing with. You never know. And they may or may not come back to you.
They're all in their journey. They're all in their journey. We can't force their lessons for them. Right. We can just hold space, right?
But at the end of the day, I'm 29 years old. I have a goal to reach before I'm 30. And if I'm going to pour into somebody right now at this point in my career, I'm going to say, yo, you get your ass in that talent school. You show me that you know the fundamentals, or engage me as a consultant, because I'm not wasting my time with your lack of effort, with your poor work ethic.
Most amazing commodity, and I'm with you 100%. Like I was very clear. I said, I only want to work with people that are going to make a huge impact in the world. Like those are the people that I am calling in as my clients, because like you, we only have just as many hours in the day as you do. And I'm with you. We talked about this earlier about I'm in a space where I'm ready to like start creating those packages and creating that content, because I love one-on-ones, but it is like I get to have time to create so I can reach my goal. Like I'm on a mission to inspire 1 million plus people to live their purpose. Like I ain't kidding around. Like that's huge, because when I reach 1 million, that ripple effect is like, oh my God. Like if you guys start living your purpose, that means your kids are going to start living their purpose. That means their friends. Like I can't tell you how many people come up to me and email me. You're like, thank you for this. And oh my God. And I taught my kids how to clear, and I'm taking responsibility. And oh my God, my kids are doing it. And I'm like, yeah. Like I'm meditating. My kids are meditating. I'm like, yeah. Like you are the change. And so don't worry about your husband. Don't worry about your person. Don't worry about your friends. Don't worry about your mom, dad. Do you get the tools, get the consultants, get the coach, set yourself up to win, and like go for it. But we ain't playing around. Like we have dreams and goals too. I'm not interested in chasing clients. And I tell my girls who I coach, because I do a lot of consulting because I've done a lot of business stuff. I tell the girls, you treat your team how to treat you. Like that's what's up. And so we're teaching you, like you show up or don't. But we're not going to keep pouring into our energy there. We got to give it to the people who are not going to be victims. We're going to take on their life, to be humble and vulnerable and say, I don't know everything. Teach me and let's go. And trust. Well, is it going to work? Is his program going to work? Is working with you going to work? I don't know. Is it? You tell me. You get out what you put in. 2 people can show up for a class. Same teacher, same notes, same experience. One can fail and one can pass. You tell me what that's about.
Boom. So I don't do golden nuggets. I do diamonds. And we dropped some diamonds here, baby.
Oh,
We dropped some diamonds.
Look.
Oh, my God. I love it. You got a sticky note for everything.
Pretty much.
She has some real diamonds she's putting out to us. This is amazing, guys. So that being said, we're officially dropping the mic. Amber Valdez, this was a phenomenal interview. Where can we find you?
Fun.
Where can we find you, Amber?
Oh my goddess, thank you so much for asking. I really appreciate that. You can find me on Instagram, which I get to build my Instagram following because 2 things. I am committed to being a published author on Hay House. Hay House Publishing is my dream. So I'm committed to building my Instagram following because it really went to the wayside. At Life Purpose Cheerleader on Instagram, Life Purpose Cheerleader. That would mean the world to me. Also, follow me on Periscope for free daily broadcasts of inspiration. And get over to lifepurposecheerleader.com so you can see the workshops and the book and the t-shirts. I got these really cool t-shirts that you can customize. I got to get you one, Frank.
I'm down.
I am whatever. You guys can put your, and there's stickies. And I want you guys to all join Team Live Your Purpose because, you know, and hashtag Team Live Your Purpose on your posts, on all your socials, and let me know what you guys are up to. So whether it's, you know, forgiving family or going on a trip you've always wanted to, or going for a run, or hanging with your dog, whatever, building your business, starting your website, like I want you guys to engage and share with me what you're creating and adding the hashtag Team Live Your Purpose so I can support you. I can co-create with you. I can hook you up with people if I need to. Like we're all on this journey called life together. There's enough success for all of us. So I feature one person at least a week on my social media, and I want to blast out your brand and your business. And I got a lot of loyal Perry family. And so I'm excited for your support, and I'm excited to see what I can do to support you guys. And I'll be giving away one free t-shirt to people if I feature you and you're like, Team Live Your Purpose, I quit my job, woo, you know, and you hashtag it, then I'm going to support you. So just go for it, guys. And thank you. Your tribe is awesome, and I'm grateful and humbled to be here. And again, reach out to me at lifepurposecheerleader.com or lifepurposecheerleader@gmail.com. And let me know if you guys are interested in one-on-one coaching or anything I can do to support you in your world and your life would mean the world. And I'm going to Africa in October, and I'm going to start a Kickstarter. And I would really appreciate your support, even if $1 to $5 to 5,000, whatever you want to donate, so we can bring water to kids and families that just don't have it. So that would mean the world.
That's amazing. That's amazing. This has been another diamond-filled session with your boy, Frank Salas, better known as the Talented Mr. Salas, founder of the Talent Tribe, where I scour the universe looking for gems, global gems like Amber Valdez to help me serve the Talent Tribe. And if you are not yet in the Talent Tribe, go to the Facebook group Talent Tribe. Just go to the search bar and type in Talent Tribe, or go to bit.ly/talented one. You can find me across all social media at the Talented Mr. Salas. Amber, thanks again. We really appreciate it.